Hello and how you doing, and welcome back to Two Jagoffs. I am your host, Austin Carnes, joined here with
Lucas Kins.
And welcome back to Two Jagoffs. And ladies and gentlemen, NFL season is finally here. Well, not quite, but it's almost here. The NFL season is right around the corner, quite literally around the corner. You can just peek, squint, you can see it. We are almost there. We're in the midst of our preseason games, which means here on Two Jagoffs, it is time we do our yearly division breakdowns. Now, last year, we broke it up into like 8 different episodes. It was confusing. It was all over the place. But we finally got the format figured out, and we're going to do all 16 AFC teams today. And next week, we'll do all 16 NFC teams. From there, the following week, the week before the season starts, myself, Lucas, and my dad, who will be returning, will cover the entire preseason, talk some college ball, talk some other news that's going on in the football world. So it'll be a really fun time. Before we get started, I will like to make one big quick announcement real quick. Point Park University has officially teamed up with Two Jagoffs to put on the first ever live podcast at Point Park University. This year it is called Two Jagoffs Live Day of Giving. The official date is Wednesday, October 29th from 5 to 7 right at Point Park University in the Fishbowl. If you're a student, you get in for free. Outsiders, ticket prices are still being talked about, so I'll put more details out when it comes. But I would love for you all to pop out. Some former guests of Two Jagoffs may or may not be there. Some new guests of Two Jagoffs may or may not be there. It's going to be a really good time, really fun show. We're looking to raise $300,000 this year. Very much excited for that. With that all being said, Lucas, I'm sorry, I talked for about a minute and a half, but here we are. How you doing, my friend?
Doing good. You know, the man Orbit is in the studio with us today. You know, you got hit a little bit pretty hard the other day.
Yeah, I'm still kind of feeling I'm a little rocky.
Yeah, well, you know what? You don't throw away Orbit like that. And Orbit, you know, he's going to stare you down this whole episode just so you can always remember what happens.
Can I apologize to Orbit and squash the beef? Like, I mean, you got to squash the beef with Robbie a couple weeks ago.
I actually got to turn the beef around on you with Robbie.
You did. I'm not going to turn the beef with you and Orbit. I'm just saying, can I apologize?
You can apologize.
May I?
Whether he accepts or not is up to him.
Orbit, do you accept my apology? I think he accepted.
I think he accepted.
All right, thank you, Orbit.
But he said if you ever throw him again, he'll never accept.
I fully agree.
So you better not ever do anything to him again.
My bad, bro. This is ridiculous. I'm talking about damn Wendy's choice.
You just clicked on the mic like 5 times.
Oh my god. Well, Lucas, it's a good time of year to talk about some NFL teams. Before we get into that, though, let's talk some Two Jagoffs content. I mean, I don't want to take away the Lucas Carey's thunder here for a second, but we did have a pretty cool interview this past weekend. My man, Mr. G, who I've been talking about for years trying to get on the podcast, we finally made it happen. What do you think of that, man?
You know, it's pretty good. I finished it already. I had some very long work shifts recently, so I had to get through them somehow. It was a pretty good one. You know, a lot of people would think it's a little bit of a step back with the amount of professionalism we've had on recently, but the amount of stories he was able to share. I mean, he literally coached with Mr. Palco, and we had obviously his son on for an interview himself. So it was pretty cool to hear about that. Definitely something I was not expecting your teacher to say.
I was not either.
Yeah, I caught you off guard. You're like, wait, the Palco?
It literally took me a second to process. I was like, huh? The Bob Palco. Okay.
Yeah, but no, that was pretty cool. So yeah, it was definitely a good interview, and I would definitely recommend that everyone goes out and listens to it.
Absolutely. Interviews have been bangers. We got another big crossover one this week, but let's put all that aside for a second.
My voice is actually getting back.
Your voice is getting back. So
from IWC.
Yeah, it is.
Shout out to Wes Barkley. He pointed at me.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to our guy, Wes. Absolutely amazing. Love Wes Barkley. Let's get into the...
You almost.
I almost did.
That was almost bad.
That was almost a
almost had to restart the whole episode.
Yeah, I would have had to. I would have cried.
Yeah, we're already like 3 minutes in. I would have killed you.
I didn't even say fuh. I went fuh, and I caught myself. I was like, okay, we're good. Let's dial it back real quick. We didn't add the k at the end, so we're good.
Yeah, we're not getting
Someone could... I know, we're not. Someone could probably splice those 3 clips up and put them together, and boom, you got the word. Magic. Ooh, power of post-production. But anyway.
I know what I'm doing now.
This guy. Yeah, you're always making me look like an ass in all the promos. We know.
That's the point.
Well, you want to talk about your team first to start off today's episode? Obviously, we're going to go through all the AFC teams and the NFC teams, and I feel like it's only fitting that we talk about the hometown team first, that being the Pittsburgh Steelers. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to go through division by division. We'll start with the AFC North, talk about all 4 teams, their off seasons, look ahead at their season, and at the end, we'll rank each team by division from 1 to 4. We're doing, what is it, mid, median, max? Is that what we call it?
Mid, max?
Mid, med, max.
Med.
Med. Yeah, it was mid, med, max. We're going to do that again.
The triple M's.
The triple M's. M&M. We're doing that again this year.
M&M.
Yeah, M&M. We're doing that this year.
3 McDonald's Happy Meals.
Oh, that sounds good. Make me hungry. Stop.
Want to go to McDonald's after today?
Let's change it up a little bit. Let's do McDonald's again.
Gotcha.
All right. Pittsburgh Steelers. I love it how we made our dinner plans right now. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, if you've known something about this podcast, two Jagoffs not only talks about sports, we're also big foodies here on the podcast. I feel like food is the second most talked about topic on the podcast.
Yeah, we don't even know where we're going. Like, the consensus is we're always going to Sheetz unless something else pops up mid-episode. And right now, something else just popped up mid-episode. Now we're going to McDonald's.
I feel that's just our new tradition. We just make plans on where we're going to eat during the episode. Okay.
Yeah, so, like, Sheetz is just, like, the spot, but then, like, if we think of somewhere else, then, like, we go somewhere else.
And I want to put this in perspective for the fans real quick, too, and the listeners out there. It's not like we don't talk before the episode. We quite literally had about a 2-hour phone call earlier today where we easily could have made plans, but we didn't. We just happened to wait till the episode. So it's not like we didn't talk at all, y'all.
We didn't even talk about this actual episode on the 2-hour phone call earlier. We just talked in general.
Oh, we talked about some other things, but that's besides the point.
And a lot of the things we can't even mention on here.
Sorry,
Mom.
Mom? Oh, you're thinking about something else.
Well, I mean, your mom and my mom would be disappointed in our conversations.
Yeah, they'd be very... Oh, God. They'd be scarred. They'd be like, that's my son. Yeah, not with the Steelers, though, man. I mean, let's be honest. They had a solid offseason in retrospect, but a lot of question marks arises. Aaron Rodgers is the biggest topic. We covered it multiple weeks in a row. He is the starting quarterback this year. They went out and drafted some players. They made some moves in free agency, including bringing in DK Metcalf, departing from Najee Harris, departing from George Pickens. TJ Watt got his contract extension. Right now, in the midst of this recording, we're looking at a Cam Hayward possibly renegotiating his contract. A lot to break down with the Steelers right now. What's your thoughts on them right now?
All right, before I just straight out say my record and where I think they're going to fall in the division, my biggest issues right now is Cam Hayward. He's not acting like a team captain right now. You know, you're supposed to lead by example. You got a record-setting contract for a player above the age of 35, and now you're saying it's not even enough considering no one else your age has ever been paid more than that. Kind of concerning. The rumors of OBJ coming to our team, kind of hope it doesn't happen. Trade rumors for McLaurin, for Mike Parsons, which Parsons is never going to happen. He's out of our price range. But the rumors for it, there's a lot going on. The players I'm most excited for right now is probably Thornhill. He's looking like a dog in preseason right now. I feel like Roman Wilson's the obvious pick. I want to see him actually play some ball. Calvin Austin, seeing how he's going to actually play now that he can't really rely on that like really solid receiver. I mean, we have Metcalf. He's solid. But you kind of like lost one player to get another player, so I don't know how that's going to go out. He's also going from like a 3 to 4 slot to, hey, you're wide receiver 2, by the way, like definite. So a lot of pressure on him this season. But I think it's going to be fun. Obviously, if Aaron Rodgers gets hurt, we're kind of just screwed out of our season. But you know what? The O-line looks okay compared to the last couple of years, so I'll take that as a win too. And we're going to hope for the best. I got a little bit of concerns and I got a lot of hope. So.
Well, I'll say this first about Cam Hayward. I'm all for players asking for what they think they're worth because at the end of the day, the NFL is a business, and if you believe that you're worth something, go out there and tell them that you're worth it, damn it. But again, the age is a major concern, and it's not like he was not coming off an injury and playing through injuries last year. But in hindsight, playing devil's advocate for a second, he had one of his best years, even coming off an injury, playing through injuries. Cam Hayward played like he is worth that contract extension. So right now he's in that $15, $16 million range. If he believes he's more in that $18, $19, $20 million range, then he has a lot of negotiating to do. And the thing is with the Steelers, I saw this earlier, why can't the Steelers pay him that $19, $20 million 1 year in his contract, and then the next 2 years you decrease it? You can do player evaluations. You can pay him a certain amount 1 year and a certain amount another year. So if the Steelers are worried about him long term and they don't want to pay him $19 million a year, that's understandable because of his age. But if he's asking for just for next year or going into next season because he believes he's a leader and captain, which he is, why can't the Steelers cough up that money for him? He's one of the few players that I would argue actually do contribute for the Pittsburgh Steelers. In all fairness, he's just as much of a disruptor as TJ Watt is some games. So why wouldn't you pay that man? That's number one. Number two, Aaron Rodgers, man, concerns me. Not because of his on-the-field play, but because of his off-the-field attitude. I am very concerned on how Aaron Rodgers is going to gel with this locker room. Mike Tomlin is all for putting his players out there. At times, we've seen some of his players act like divas. I mean, do we need to go down the list? Antonio Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, Martavius Bryant, Le'Veon Bell. There's been so many Steelers players that have been cut and gone due to the fact that they couldn't get their act together. Can Aaron Rodgers remain that way? Because he's the quarterback. That is the position you need to be the most confident. So I'm a little worried about the Steelers there. But I got to be honest with you. I'm actually pretty impressed with this defense. This is easily a top 2, top 3 defense in my opinion. I don't think it's number 1. I'll tell you who my number 1 is later. But I believe the Steelers have arguably one of the best defenses in football. Their secondary has improved tremendously. I think Minka's a big loss, but I'm not going to lie to you. I was a little critical of the Ramsey trade. I'm starting to like it a little bit more as the days go on now. I'm really starting to like Ramsey's attitude in training camp. He actually is playing pretty solid. As long as they don't switch him up and try and throw him at safety like they did with Patrick Peterson, I think he'll be fine. Jalen Ramsey's a lockdown corner. Even though he's up there in age, he's still a Pro Bowler at heart. He can go out there and make big stops. I'm very concerned with the rookies. I believe Jack Sawyer is going to rack up penalties. I'm not a fan of Caleb Johnson and Jalen Warren in the backfield. I don't like that running back room at all. I don't like the way they utilize their tight ends. Freiermuth should be getting 90% of the snaps. I get it, Darnell Washington is practically like the big show with number 80 on, but at the end of the day, you need to throw to Freiermuth. Freiermuth is your most versatile guy. I love the Steelers, but
Real
there's
quick,
a lot
before you
of...
move too far, and I will say Washington had a really good catch.
I did see that against the Jags. That was amazing.
Yeah.
The Steelers have a lot of question marks, but I'm not going to be as hateful on them this year as I was last year. I do have hope because they have multiple Hall of Famers on this team. And DK is going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, I completely forgot about Ramsey. Yeah, I did like how Ramsey was playing, and I'm excited to see how the tight end room comes together. I hope that it gets used for the first time since Big Ben's left.
They have Johnny Smith.
Yeah.
I actually like Johnny.
I haven't seen any clips of him so far. I don't know if they haven't been playing him or not.
Johnny's a dog. I'm not mad at that at all.
He's an absolute dog.
I love Johnny Smith. So
I mean, Darnell Washington's practically a left tackle for any other team, but he's a tight end on our team. So, yeah, we have a lot of abilities with the tight ends. We just can't figure out how to capitalize on it.
It's the moment we've all been waiting for. What's the record? Min, median, max. I'm just gonna give you my flat out record.
I'm gonna say the min is 9. I think we get a winning season with this team no matter what. Our schedule is debatably easier than it has been the last 2 years. Medium, I'm gonna say 10. That's where I think we're actually gonna land. And max, I'll say 12. But the thing that's hard with 12 is that means you're going 12-5. I'm gonna say we're getting a guaranteed 3 losses. I think we're splitting with our rivals. I think we're splitting all 3 teams. So I'm taking 3 losses right there.
My min is 9 too because I think they're just gonna get the winning season. 10 would be, I guess, your median, and 11 would be your max. I don't see them winning more than 11 games, but my actual record prediction is 9-8. I do believe they are gonna get the min here. It's Mike Tomlin. I mean, say what you want about him. I've been very critical of him. I don't believe he should be a coach anymore just because, again, the chemistry isn't there anymore. Like I bring up Andy Reid all the time. Andy Reid left the Eagles and found success with the Chiefs. The Eagles found success in their own rights. I believe the Steelers can do the same thing there, but they're loyal to coaches. They've only had 3 coaches in the 100 years they've been in existence. Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin. They're not moving on anytime soon from him unless something traumatic happens. And by that, I mean a losing season. I don't think that's going to happen, especially with Rodgers there. As critical as we are with Rudolph, he knows the playbook, so he's going to play pretty solid. And Will Howard, I mean, he has that hand injury, which we're wishing him nothing but the best. But at the end of the day, he just won the national championship. So the Steelers have talent. The question is, how can they put that talent up against the even more talented teams in the AFC that we'll talk about later? A lot of question marks. How about the Bengals, though? Bengals have a lot on their plate. If you don't mind me starting,
go ahead.
Would that be okay?
I feel like you're probably going to break the point that I would bring up, so we'll sound like broken records together.
A lot of people believe the Cincinnati Bengals' biggest issue going into this season is going to be defense, and I'm here to tell you that it is not. The defense is a question mark. The defense is bad. The defense needs improved on. The defense is practically a copy and paste AI-generated defense from last year. It's atrocious, but it's not their number one concern. The Bengals' biggest issue this year is starting off slow. If we look at the last 5 years the Cincinnati Bengals have played, Joe Burrow has played all of them. Some of he's been hurt, some of he's not. Some of he has not. They have not had a Week 1 win. The Cincinnati Bengals have not won in Week 1. Last year they lost to the Patriots. The year before they lost to the Chiefs. The Cincinnati Bengals cannot win in Week 1. Hell, they can't win those first several weeks of the season. Most of their seasons are 2-6, 3-5, 1-4. Like they can't win their games. And the Bengals start to put it together throughout the end of the year, and then they make a push for the playoffs, and they either just make it or they just miss it. Even the year they won the Super Bowl, they had a slow start. So what the Cincinnati Bengals need to do is they need to get off to a hot start right away. And guess what? You have the offense to do that. You have a Joe Burrow. You have a Jamar Chase and T. Higgins who you brought back. You have a solid offensive line for the first time since Burrow's been an NFL quarterback. The Bengals have talent. The defense is a big question mark, and yeah, I know a lot of people are going to make the jokes. I think you said it on the phone like a day or two ago, like, hey, you put up 50 points just to be able to. even win games. And you're not lying there. That defense is that bad. They got to score high every single game just to win, which they can. They're capable of it. And I believe the Bengals are going to be a good team this year if they can overcome the slow starts. Defense, at the end of the day, wins you championships, but there's other bigger question marks on this team. And in my opinion, if they start off hot, even with this bad defense, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the AFC.
Yeah, I'm going to have my Mr. Original opinion over here and say defense is the biggest concern for me. I mean, I know all we've seen so far is preseason. I know players aren't trying their hardest, but their defense, their first-string defense was getting absolutely cooked by second-string offenses and a little bit of third-string players, too. That's a concern for me.
In all fairness, though, they're not really going all out in preseason. I mean, like the starters aren't. The backups are, because the backups are trying to get a roster spot. But I get what you're saying.
But like, their starting is getting cooked by second and third strings.
Right.
That, I mean, I know it's preseason. I know you're not trying your hardest, but you're still trying.
Yeah.
That's a concern for me if they're getting cooked that bad. That's a big concern for me. So, and Hendrickson, you're probably losing him too. So defense is just gonna get worse.
That's why I didn't even mention him. He's gonna be gone by the trade deadline. Mark my words.
Yeah, he'll be gone probably. Who knows? Maybe they'll trade him for Micah Parsons.
Oh my gosh. That'd have to be crazy.
That'd be. I mean, it's a pretty fair trade. I mean, Bengals have to add.
Bengals would probably be Super Bowl contending team if they get Micah Parsons. Honestly.
I don't know what they would add. Maybe Hendrickson and a second and a third.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So what's the mid, median, max here?
Oh God. I'd say the min 7. The medium 7. I'd say the medium is 8 and the max is 10.
I'm a little all over the place. I think the min is 9, the median is 11, and the max is actually 13. I know that sounds crazy. Insane. It's crazy, but it's because of that offense. I don't think they're going to... here's my score, just so you know, before I go on, before you have a heart attack over there. I think they're going 9-8. I also have them 9-8, just above the Steelers. I believe they're going to have one more division win than the Steelers. The thing with the Bengals last year, if you noticed, most of their games, they could have easily won 13 games last year. Most of their losses were one-score games. Both games to the Ravens quite literally went to overtime. So the Bengals, it's not like they have it... Like, just because they missed the playoffs last year doesn't mean they weren't a good team at all. Joe Burrow would have won the MVP if they would have made the playoffs last year. So the Bengals, that's why I hate when people like get on this team so much, because they really are that talented of a team. Honestly, they're a team that probably would have gave the Chiefs the hardest time if they would have made it into the AFC bracket. But I think they're going to finish just above the Steelers. They'll probably match them. They'll go 1-1. I think the Steelers will get a win. Bengals will get a win. If the Bengals, I'll tell you this, if the Bengals get swept by the Ravens, here's my early prediction. If the Bengals get swept again by the Ravens this year, don't expect anything from them. You got to at least beat the Ravens once in the regular season. At least once. Please. It doesn't matter where. It doesn't matter if it's in Cincy or in Baltimore. Beat them once. You got embarrassed twice last year by them. Don't let it happen again. 9-8. All right, let's talk about the Ravens now. We just mentioned them before. I'm already going to tell you the biggest storyline here. Run Derrick Henry, damn it. I sound like my dad. Every single week he would come on here and say, why are they not running Derrick Henry? He's right. Why? He's arguably the best running back in the league. You got Lamar Jackson, who I will say has improved throwing every single year he's been in the NFL. He's not the greatest, but he's nowhere near the worst. Lamar Jackson is a solid pocket passer. What's different about this team this year is they have weapons. And what I mean by weapons is DeAndre Hopkins. Say what you want about him, but he is one of the most reliable receivers in the NFL. If I'm the Baltimore Ravens, I'm exposing the play action. Expose that play action, because here's what happens when you expose it. It's not like you need to open up the run game with Derrick Henry. He's already a monster. But Derrick Henry is up there in age. Open up that play action game. Give Derrick Henry 30 carries a game. Do a couple fake handoffs here or there. Little screen pass to Hopkins. Little over the middle. Easy money right there. They still got Isaiah Likely. They still got Mark Andrews. 2 solid tight ends. I think the Ravens are going to be good this year. Before I give you my predictions, I'll obviously give the floor to you. See what you have to say.
I don't have much to say about them. They're basically just running it back with pretty much the same team. I mean, they haven't really changed. They just need
Hopkins. It's big. Come on.
Okay. Is it? Are they going to get any better with him? I don't know. Yet to be seen.
That's fair. I
mean, everyone thought they were going to the Super Bowl with Derrick Henry, and they were basically the same exact team, just with a better running back.
And whose fault was that?
John Harbaugh's.
John Harbaugh's, exactly.
Well, they already had decent... I mean, the receivers weren't great. They got called for a lot of unnecessaries. I feel like Hopkins is that veteran that's going to be like, hey, shut your mouth, just play the game and get done.
Exactly. I believe he's going to
that could help them out, but I don't think the team gets too much better with him. I think he'll definitely help them out in some scenarios, but He definitely doesn't make the team worse, but I don't
Yeah.
think he makes it that much better, especially with his age.
So what's your overall?
Oh, I gotta go
predictions?
again first.
But yeah, you want me to? I'll give you mine.
Oh, I'll go.
All right.
I'll say the min is 10, medium 12, max 13.
Okay. I'm going to say max 13, min 12. I'm sorry, mid 12, and then min 11. I don't see them losing more than 11 games this year. They're just that damn good.
I hope they don't lose more than 11 games.
Their schedule is so simple. My overall prediction is 12-5. What?
You just ignored the fact of me calling you out.
For what?
You said I don't see them losing more than 11 games.
Oh my gosh. I don't see them. I'm sorry, I don't see them getting less than 11 wins. That's what I meant. I said the complete opposite there. Thank you for my call out. I got them going 12-5. I'll be honest with you. I think they're going to be a solid team this year. I think they're going to win the AFC. They're probably going to get the number 1 overall. They're probably going to get the number 1 seed again in the AFC bracket. Don't be surprised by that because the Chiefs will probably rest starters later in the year and they'll probably get at least 1 or 2 big losses, which we'll get into in a little bit when we get to the AFC West. But no, I'll be 100% honest with you. I think the Ravens are on top. I got them 12-5. Next up, the one I was saying for last on purpose for the AFC North. Then we'll rank all 4 teams. We got the Cleveland Browns. Now, obviously, the quarterback controversy has been all over the place.
Shador's injured.
Will it be Joe Flacco? Will it be Shador Sanders? Will it be Dylan Gabriel? Will it be Kenny Pickett? Where the hell's Deshaun Watson? Oh, look, it's Tyler Huntley. Now everyone's hurt. It's kumbaya right now with the Browns quarterback room. Biggest storyline for me here is Myles Garrett is finally back. That's big for the Cleveland Browns. They have an offense. They have a defense, but they don't have a quarterback. Kevin Stefanski is adamant about winning games this year, but let's be honest. The other 3 are monsters in this division. What's your thoughts on the Browns, LK? This is tough.
I don't know why they have 75 quarterbacks. I don't know why all their overalls are under 75. Huntley makes no sense to me. Shador's hurt. I don't know why Browns fans still hate Shador after he had a good preseason game. The amount of, I saw the injury report and everyone said, thank God, now we can finally see Gabriel and stuff like that. And I was like, really? He just balled out for you guys. I mean, I know it's preseason, but still, he played good. Also, never preying on someone's injury. That's crazy work.
Yeah.
Yeah, Watson's gone. I don't even consider him a Browns anymore. He's just a bench warmer for collecting money. Their defense is practically the only thing good about this team. They got, what's the new guy's name?
Who?
I'm
Tyler
blanking.
Huntley?
No, the new defensive player.
Oh, Mason Graham.
Yeah, Graham.
From Michigan.
I'm excited to see how he plays. Myles Garrett, I mean, he's a dog. Everyone knows that. This team, I guess they got Jared Judy still, right? Yeah, they don't got much going for him.
I'll be honest with you. When we look at each quarterback, Gabriel and Sanders, I'm very impressed by both of them. I love their rookie campaign. I think they're putting it together well. It sucks that injuries have kind of derailed a little bit of both of their progress, so I'm wishing both of them nothing but the best. Kenny Pickett, I'm not going to lie, I can't spoil, but I do have some insiders actually on Kenny Pickett's real feelings on this. Let's just say I don't know how, but I've gotten in contact with his mother of all sources, which I'll tell you about that off camera because it's actually pretty cool. And
yeah, we had a 2.5 hour phone call and he couldn't tell me this earlier.
well, we didn't even make our McDonald's plan, so what do you think?
Yeah, that's true.
So Kenny Pickett is quote upset right now that he's hurt because he was very happy with the way he was playing during training camp. So we're wishing Kenny nothing but the best. Joe Flacco, I mean, he's Flacco. He's just gonna do his thing. And I don't know if I should say this or not on the podcast, but I think I am. Deshaun Watson is Cleveland's biggest prostitute right now. He makes you feel good and he's taking your damn money. They need to cut him already. I don't know why the hell he is still employed with the Browns. I know, that's probably the craziest thing I said on this podcast. But why the hell...
swearing over brick roads is pretty good.
That was a good one, too. But seriously,
that's
why...
not what I was expecting.
But hold on. Why are we still talking about Deshaun Watson in 2025? I mean, let's be honest. Let's really talk about this for a second.
The Cleveland Browns.
The amount of legal trouble he's gotten in, whether it's been waived or not waived, I don't want to get into the cases because I don't want to be political here, but why the hell is he still rostered? You drafted 2 rookie quarterbacks. You brought in Kenny. You have Flacco. Why is he still there? Why? Just cut him, Cleveland. Take the pay cut.
Do you think he's a good locker room guy or something? What is the actual point of
No,
keeping him
absolutely not. He didn't even show up to training camp in Houston when he was still at the Texans last year. No. No, I don't know what's going on there with the Browns. I don't even have a mid-median max here. They're going 4-13. That's my predictions. I don't think they're winning more than 4 games. They'll probably upset one of these AFC North teams. Probably the Steelers again like last year. I don't know. 4-13.
Min 3, mid 4, max 5.
I agree. Check off the box, the Browns. Let's rank this division. I'm gonna give you the go ahead. Who do you got 1 through 4? Do you need a note or are you good?
Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, Browns.
Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, Browns. Flip-flop Bengals and Steelers are on the same page. I think the Bengals are just barely going to go above the Steelers this year.
Well, you have the same record, but one more division win. I have Steelers having one more win, whether it's division or not. I have them at 10.
So we're pretty even there. Okay. Where do you want? I'll let you pick. What division you want to do next? I'm down for any.
Let's go to let's talk about your dad's favorite division.
The West.
The West.
All right. Well,
I feel like I'm actually excited for this division.
Well, we'll save the Chiefs for last then.
Okay.
We'll save the best for last year.
Let's go for the actual best and talk about the Broncos.
Okay, let's talk about the Denver Broncos. What you think about them? A lot of good moves. Bo Nix going in this second year. I'll save my thoughts. But what do you think about Denver this year?
I'm excited for Denver. I'm excited for a team that's finally going to give the Chiefs a run for their money. I still have. I mean, not to spoil. I think I saw the Chiefs coming in first place this year at least. But I think I wouldn't overlook the Broncos at all. I feel like they're going to be the Washington Commanders of this year. A team that no one really cares about that actually ends up doing really good and making it far. I think the Broncos are definitely making the playoffs. I think that Bo Nix is going to have a good year. I think that this team is getting built up around him perfectly. And I can't think of anything else I want to say. They got a good team.
We were very critical of Sean Payton before, but I will say he did a really good job of building this Bo Nix team. It reminds me a lot of what he did in New Orleans with the Saints and Drew Brees. The same way he built that team around Drew Brees, he's starting to do with Nix. Don't be surprised if Nix goes into a sophomore slump. We got to take that into account with a lot of these rookies entering their second year. Bo Nix may have some off games, so we can't immediately jump to conclusions. So if you see a week where Bo Nix goes like 8-12 and throws 4 interceptions, let's not jump on the ship and say he's a bust because, again, this is only his second year. He's still learning, still developing. He was kind of fed to the wolves here. Zach Wilson's the only other guy there. So Bo Nix kind of is already thrown into that starting role. I think the Broncos are the best defense in football. I don't see why this team can't make a run in the playoffs. I don't see why this team can't upset the Chiefs at least once this year. I don't see why the Broncos can't at least win a playoff game or two. Are they a Super Bowl contender? I don't think so because that offense is still so young and you need to put points up on the board. And I have a feeling Denver's going to have a bit of a turnover issue. They didn't at the end of last year. They figured it out after the bye. But turnovers is going to be a key factor here. They got the best lockdown corner in the NFL. They got the best secondary in the NFL. Their pass rush is elite. It's easily top 5. I don't see why this team can't win games and can't win playoff games. If I had to give you a min max, I would say min 9. I don't see them getting a losing season at all. We'll go 9, 10, 11. I think 9, 10, 11 is perfect spot for the Broncos. And I'm not going to give you the actual record. Or should I give the actual record or no? Because I do have those. I already did the other 4.
It's up to you. I haven't been doing them, but okay. You've been doing them.
10 wins.
I'm saying 8, 9, 11.
10-6. Okay.
8, 9, 11.
10-7.
I feel like they're either. I feel like if they have a struggle with like maybe injuries or something, they could fall down to 8. I feel like if it's a winning record, they're either gonna have 9 or 11. I don't know why. I just don't see a 10. 10 just doesn't fit right. I can see them beating the Chiefs twice.
Really?
Yeah, I can see them beating the Chiefs twice.
Okay.
I think the Chiefs have the best quarterback in football right now, probably, but they have such a terrible team.
Oh yeah.
So, I could see Denver being an upset team for them this year.
Well, let's move over to the Raiders next. I know the Raiders have been a bit of a train wreck, but this is kind of the Seattle Seahawks 2.3. I won't say 2.0, but it's like 2.3. They got Geno Smith, they got Tyler Lockett, they brought in Pete Carroll.
Did you see Pete Carroll's tackling people at training?
shout out to Pete, man. Pete's always been doing that. Pete's been doing that since he coached at USC.
There's a lot of hate for Pete Carroll. I like Pete Carroll.
Huh?
There's a lot of hate against him. I like him.
I'm a Cardinals fan, and I've always respected him. I mean, I used to hate his guts when I was a kid. But, yeah, no.
That's because they beat you twice a year.
Shut the hell up. But, no, the Raiders, I'm not going to lie, it's a bad team when you stack it up against other teams. If this was Madden, it wouldn't be that bad, but, like...
I mean, they do have one of the best tight ends in the league.
Oh, my gosh. Incredible. What's your thoughts on the Raiders now?
I think they have one of the best tight ends in the league. I think that they stole my center.
Brock
Bowers. I think that they stole my center.
They stole your... Jackson Johnson, right?
They stole my center. I actually really like Frazier now that we have him, but they stole my center. Lockett's a solid wide receiver. He's old. He's like Metcalf. They're both old, but they're both still solid on any team they go to. I think. Hope. I don't see why either of them would have a downfall. Pete Carroll, legendary. Geno Smith. I'd say
not legendary.
Not legendary. No. Does he deserve the contract? Yeah, with what the Raiders have to work with. And they got that part-time owner Tom Brady, so maybe he'll be working out with Geno Smith. But I don't see much going for him. My mid-medium max would probably be 5, 7, 8.
Okay. I'm about at that 4, 5, 6 range. I don't really see much hope for the Raiders this year.
No, maybe 4, 6, 7.
Okay.
4, 6, 7. I don't see them getting 8.
You're being a little more gracious than I am. It's just, again, they're going up against the Broncos, Chargers, and Chiefs twice a year. I can maybe see them beating the Chargers once, and that's about it. I don't see the Broncos.
I just feel like that's Geno Smith and Brock Bowers connection. I feel like that could be really good. They got Lockett. Geno's already comfortable with Lockett, so Geno's got things to work with, but there's also a lot going against him, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
That's fair. Now let's not forget about Max Crosby too.
That's about the only good thing they have on the defensive side of the ball.
All right. Actually, LA Chargers. That's up next. I will tell you this. I was very concerned about the Chargers wide receiver room after training camp and seeing a couple preseason games. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a pretty nice team. This is a pretty nice defense. I think Jim Harbaugh is one of the most passionate coaches out there. He reminds me a lot of Pete Carroll, actually, which was funny. We were just talking about him. He'll go out there and literally play with the players during practice, which shows you that he really wants to win and he expects his team to be great. This year is the year where we are going to start looking at Justin Herbert and question whether or not he is actually the guy. I don't believe he's on the hot seat per se.
He's on the warm seat.
But his seat has definitely...
His seat's warming up.
His seat has been kicked out from the dinner table.
It was in the LA sun a little bit too long.
Yeah, so there's a lot of question marks with Justin Herbert this year. There's going to be a lot of eyes on him. There is no denying his talent. He is easily capable of being a starter in this league. Easily deserves to be a franchise guy. But the question's going to raise soon whether or not the Chargers are the perfect fit. What's your thoughts this year?
I think Joe Alt needs to stay healthy. His line's been god-awful all of his years here. They need to really focus up, stay healthy, stop having so many issues.
Didn't Rashawn Slater get a season-ending injury too already?
Yes.
Oh, that's a big loss.
They just paid him like $130 million or something like that.
Yeah, and we were talking about how good of a signing that was. Puh! I went out the window real quick. Fly out the window.
Fly out the window. That's going to be a big bump in the road for them to overcome. Mid-medium max. I don't see him getting a winning season at all, I'm going to be honest. 6, 7, 8.
I got
6, 7, 8.
I got 7, 8, 9 with an 8, 9 record, so I don't see them. I see them barely they're good enough to have a winning record, but they're not. They're just gonna just miss it this year. They're gonna compete. We're gonna see their team at the bottom in the hunt the entire time for when playoff time come up. But yeah, they're not going anywhere. Let's talk about a team that is gonna go somewhere though. The Kansas City Chiefs. I can't say the reigning defending Super Bowl champs anymore because they're no longer that.
Yes.
But they were back-to-back Super Bowl champions. In fact, they were 3-time Super Bowl champions under Patrick Mahomes, who is an electric player, a sensational player, a generational talent, the best of our generation. Yeah, I know I sound like Chris Collinsworth glazing him right now, but at the end of the day...
I was laughing at something else.
Oh, I thought you were going to laugh at me.
No, I just...
Were you laughing at my Cleveland joke I made earlier?
No, I thought of something.
Okay.
But I can't say it right now.
That's fine.
I'll talk to you after the podcast.
We have a lot to talk about after the podcast. We're talking about McDonald's. Patrick Mahomes is great. Love him to death.
Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog, exactly. The defense has gotten much better. Chris Jones, Stone Cold Chris Jones, that's my guy right there. Andy Reid leading the helm. I have a lot of question marks with Spags and how he's going to handle this defense this year. Spags, you got to really learn when to switch up to 3-4, my friend. You got to learn when to blitz. You got to learn when to go cover 2. I'm a little concerned with that on 3rd down because that was a question mark last year. He figured it out at the end. But I remember screaming at my TV, damn it, Spags, what the hell were you doing? He's a legend, though. He could easily be a head coach in the league, but he chooses to be defensive coordinator because he loves the Chiefs that much, which is respectful. It's admirable. But come on, Spags. Get your head out of your ass. Love this team to death, though. They're winning the division. There's no questions asked. I'm going to go 11, 12, 13 with an 11-6 record. I think they're going to drop a couple losses this year.
I'd say 11, 13, 14. Overall, I mean, the defense pretty bad. The offense, outside of Mahomes falling apart, Travis Kelce's too old. He's getting worse and worse every year. Some people don't even have him in their top 5 tight ends this year anymore.
Yeah.
Some people have Brock Bowers over him already, which I mean I kind of see it actually, but.
Hey, you want to know who else is listed above him? Trey McBride.
Yeah, he's not. Well, some people have him at the number 1 tight end.
He is. That's my boy, Trey McFour-Piece McBride, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, the only thing the Cardinals actually had to be proud of.
Shut up. We'll talk about them next week.
I could. I mean that's more for a down the year conversation. I could see them struggling in the playoffs real bad this year.
I could too. I mean, if the Bengals,
I could see them missing the Super Bowl this year. I'll say it. I'll be the first to say it.
That'll be a conversation.
I'll be the first to get punched in the face by your dad.
I'm not gonna say anything now because that's gonna be a topic of conversation all year long. We have a lot of weeks to cover that.
Yeah.
What's the ranking? Do you mind if I go first with the rankings?
Yeah.
All right. Kansas City 1, 11-6. Denver 2, 10-7. LA Chargers 3, 8-9, and the Raiders 4, 5-12. Those are my predictions.
I have the same one as you.
All right. I want to move into the East next. I'm gonna be honest with you. This was a lot tougher than I thought. I want to start off with the obvious team though that we all know is great. Let's talk about the Buffalo Bills here for a second. Josh Allen won life last year. He didn't win the Super Bowl, but he won it life last year. I mean, the man has won MVP for the first time in his career. He broke all kind of Bills records. The man got engaged to Haley Seinfeld, for goodness sake. This man was winning at life last year.
God.
But it's the truth.
Just say you're a virgin and move on.
Screw you, but that was a good one.
You just dabbed me up on it too. That's crazy.
Well, it's the truth. The Buffalo Bills I mean, I have nothing else to say. The biggest storyline for the Buffalo Bills is, are they going to beat the Chiefs when it matters most? It doesn't matter.
Nothing's really. Well, they resigned their running back.
Yeah, they changed up running back a little
Someone's
bit.
calling you grandma.
I know. It's a good thing it doesn't pick up on here. 0-4 in the playoffs against the Kansas City Chiefs. Can Josh Allen overcome that? We'll have to wait and see. That's my only thing. Mid, max, because I'm going to keep it quick and simple on the Bills. I mean, 12, 13, 14. They're a great team.
I have the same exact mid, max.
12, 13, 14 for me.
Yep.
That's it?
I said I have the same one.
Right.
The only breaking news is the fact that they resigned the running back. I have nothing else to say. I just sound like a broken record. I literally sound like a different voice version of you.
All right, let's talk about the New England Patriots next. This is a team that has Drake May. They have a lot of great talent. I will say this. Will Campbell is a big move for their offensive line. That line's going to be good this year. Not only that, they got a steal in the draft, drafting Trayvon Henderson out of the Ohio State University. And although the New England Patriots wide receiver room is ranked as one of the worst, I kind of find that surprising. They got a steal in the draft in Kyle Williams. They brought in Stephon Diggs. Let's not...
That's not much.
I know it's not much, but that's still a big addition for a young quarterback. Let's not forget that. Drake May is one of the most... A lot of people are looking at Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix going into next year. I don't hear a lot of buzz about Drake May. Drake May is going to surprise some people next year. Not to mention that defense has really gotten better. And are we going to ignore the biggest storyline with New England? That Mike Vrabel is now the head coach? I get it that they moved on. I believe that coaching last year was not an issue. They gave up after 1 year. But Vrabel was a guy that can win games. Vrabel was a guy that upset the Patriots and the Chiefs when it mattered most when he was a Tennessee coach. A lot of people have the Titans as a dark horse team. Don't be surprised if the Patriots are in that same conversation this year. Mid, max, I'll be all honest. I'm all over the place. I think the mid is going to be 4. I think the mid is 6. And I think the max is 9. They are all over the place. They could be anywhere in that range. That's how good they are.
I'm excited to see Drake May. I mean, you talked on the phone a lot about him. I don't see him having a year like Daniels or Nix, but you know that I still like him. You know that I'm excited to see how he plays. I'm a little questionable about the wide receiver room. I'm not as big on Diggs. I know you said for the young player, but I just know Diggs is a controversial guy, and if he doesn't throw Drake May enough, he'll probably get in his face about it. Mm-hmm. So it can be good, but it can also stress him out. I hope it's good for him. I hope it works out. I want to see Drake May succeed because everyone kind of just doesn't care about him right now because he's not on like a great team. I'd say 5, 6, 7.
5, 6, 7?
I'd say 5, 6, 7.
Next up, New York Jets. I mean, this one might be a bit of a heartbreak for you. It's the Steelers.
0-1.
The Steelers.
They're going 0-1 week 1.
Well, Steelers playing week 1. Justin Fields is now the franchise guy. It's nice to see Fields getting a starting opportunity with starting reps in an offseason. He has a lot to prove going into this year. The defense is pretty much a copy and paste. I mean, the offense is solid. Garrett Wilson is still there, which in my opinion is the biggest game changer here. I mean, did we forget that Fields and Wilson played sensational at Ohio State together? That's a big connection right there. One of the best quarterback receiver duos that you can think of right now. There's a lot to talk about with the Jets, but at the end of the day, it's the Jets. Do we expect any big news here? Not really. New head coach in Aaron Glenn as well. He's a defensive-minded coach, which kind of worries me a little bit with a young quarterback in Justin Fields who's still developing. We'll have to wait and see how it pans out, though.
I'm excited for Fields. Wish it could have worked out here. Obviously did not. Sorry, buddy, starting off 0-1.
This guy.
Defense isn't great. He's got weapons on offense. I am excited to see how Fields plays. I wish we didn't bench him here. I wish we gave him a chance, but we did not. So I'm excited to see him actually get a chance somewhere else. It's hard to rank this team.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I want to say that they're going to do as good as last year, but it's also I got to think about like they had Aaron Rodgers last year, who didn't play great, but it's still Aaron Rodgers. Now it's going down to Justin Fields, who's a lot more mobile, but I wouldn't say is anywhere near the throwing talent or just the athletic talent of Aaron Rodgers. So I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to say 4-5-6.
Fair. I'm going to say 4-5-7. As my
Look at you.
4-5-7.
Mr. Fancy
I can see him getting 7. All right, last team in the AFC East is the Miami Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa, my friend, I love you. You're
Please
amazing. You're a great player, but the head injuries concerns me, honestly. And this is not even coming from you as an analyst, coming from you as a podcast host. This is coming from, it is a fan of football.
Coming from you from Mr. Glass.
Shut up. I want to be genuine for a sec. I actually feel awful for Tua and his family because I believe Tua Tagovailoa is one of the most underrated players in all of football. I think Tua Tagovailoa, coming out of college, would have been fully capable of winning a Super Bowl. As crazy as that sounds, he had the talent at Alabama. Was one of the best quarterbacks under Nick Saban. Saban even said it himself that Tua was one of his favorite quarterbacks that he worked with. When he was asked to name some of his favorite players to work with, the first quarterback he named was Tua. And there's a reason why. And we all know Alabama is literally the dungeon. It's the dojo of quarterbacks coming out of college football. The thing is, though, man, injuries caught up to him way too quick. Before he even got drafted to football, to the NFL, he was having injuries in college. The big ACL scare, the surgeries, the concussions, you name it, it's happened to Tua. I wish him nothing but the best, but this is the year where we got to put him on the hot seat and determine whether or not he can be the guy going forward. You have all the weapons around you. A-Chain is a baller. Let's not forget about Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
He might be gone by the trade deadline.
They're both probably going to be gone by the trade deadline.
Really?
The defense, I mean, Jalen Waddle probably is going to want out eventually too. If I'm him and I see Hill go, why would I want to stick around? The backup scenario. There's a lot of people in training camp that has a lot of buzz about Quinn Ewers right now. Didn't have a good performance in his first preseason game, but there's still time to develop. That man right there took Texas to the championship, almost to the championship. That's a good team right there. Are we horns up or are we horns down? Tua got to make that decision pretty soon, or else Quinn Ewers is going to make it for them. I'm going to give you a mid-median max of, honestly, 6, 7, 8. I don't see them getting a winning record. I really don't. I know the talent is there, but this is going to be another bad year for the Dolphins. Mike McDaniel got to get things figured out. He's a defensive coach coaching an offensive team. Not going to work well.
I'm going to say 5-6-8.
5-6-8?
5-6-8, yeah. I don't know. Tyreek Hill might be gone, but they might get McLaurin in return.
So let's rank this division then. I'll let you go first this time.
Bills got to be number 1.
Obviously.
I'm going to say Patriots 2. Dolphins 3 and Jets 4.
See, remember in the car I told you were either going to say you're going to hate my guts or you're going to agree with me? I didn't expect you to actually agree with me. Because I have the Bills. You might disagree with the records, but I got the Bills 1 at 12 and 5. I actually got the Patriots 2 at 8 and 9. I think the Patriots are going to win 8 games this year. They're going to just miss the playoffs. A lot of people are going to be shocked by how well they play this year. That's my dark horse team this year coming out of the regular season. They're not going to go anywhere. Trust me. But they're going to win some games. I got Dolphins 3 at 7 and 10. I got the Jets last, 5 and 12. I don't see the Jets doing anything. This is an overrated team. I said it last year with Rodgers. I'll say it again with Fields. I'm even more confident. This team will not win games.
Yeah, the Jets were my dark horse team last year, and
yeah, you don't make that same mistake.
Hold on, let me look. Who's my dark horse team this year of the AFC? Let me look at your poster over here.
Yeah, get to know the teams. The outdated.
Is it too like not original to say the Broncos? Like, is that too common, too basic?
I guess. I mean, I think the Broncos are underrated. That's a lot of people's teams dark horse. You want to know another team? I'm not even trying to say because I'm a fan of them, but a lot of people have a Cardinals as a dark horse team this year.
I was just looking at the AFC. I was gonna do an AFC and an NFC Dark Horse team.
Probably the
I'm still gonna take the Broncos for AFC. I don't care if it's unoriginal. For the NFC, I can't say Redskins because they did phenomenal last year.
Commanders.
Whatever. I would say Green Bay, but they're just gonna beat Dallas in the first round and then lose in the second round.
I'll tell somebody that.
I'll say the Rams.
That's not a bad pick. I had them last year in my dark horse team.
I'll take the Rams.
Well, we'll talk more NFC later. I think it's time we move into our final division today.
See,
The AFC South.
it's got my team in there.
I know. We'll save your team for last. Let's talk about this team.
I just wore a shirt that your dad got me recently.
Oh, did you?
I did. I wore it a couple weeks ago.
You got to wear it at least one of the prediction episodes, like when you're on camera.
I'll wear it multiple times.
Okay. Let's talk about the Tennessee Titans for a second. And the reason why I want to start with this team is because they have the number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward. I'm not going to lie to you. I want to apologize. Cam Ward is one of the most humble individuals that I have seen. Have you seen any of his press conferences? This is a God-fearing man that loves his family, is committed to football, and is willing to give back. This is the thing you would want most out of a franchise guy.
Sounds like Will Howard.
I would say I'm just gonna keep my thoughts there because I don't want to get political. But Cam Ward to me is the most humble player that's coming out of the draft this year. I was very impressed with the way he holds himself up. There's a reason why that man was drafted number 1 and the Titans were so confident with him. Now I wish Mr. Mayo, Will Levis, nothing but the best. I love Will Levis. I think he's a good.
I only love him because he brought me multiple good memes.
That's what I'm saying. I love Will Levis because he's a funny player to watch. He's like Dan Orlovsky when Dan used to play for the Lions.
I think Jameis Winston.
Or Jameis Winston, Dan Orlovsky,
I love Jameis Winston.
Just funny for the moments. But listen, Cam Ward, I'm expecting him to have a nice rookie campaign. I'm not expecting it to be as electric as like a Lamar Jackson or a Dak Prescott or a Russell Wilson or an Aaron Rodgers even when they had their rookie seasons. But let's be honest here with the Titans. This team is probably not going to go anywhere, but there's going to be flashes this year where you're going to go, wait a minute, that guy could actually do something. The question will be in year 2 and 3 whether or not he can prove it. That's kind of where Bryce Young is right now. We'll talk about that more next week when we get to the Panthers. Bryce Young is in that phase where, okay, he has the talent. We've seen the flashes. Can he capitalize? That's where we're at with him. We're going to ask that about Cam Ward pretty soon. Mark my words, he's solid. He got the receiver help. Treylon Burks, that's the old news. He's gone. They brought in Calvin Ridley. They have a solid squad. They really do.
Yeah, they're pretty solid, and they're in a pretty easy division, so there shouldn't be too much worry there. I'm excited to see Cam Ward. I always believed since the draft that the hate on him was a little forced down people's throat. I didn't really understand it at all. I mean, I know the draft class isn't good. I know that he's not phenomenal, but he's still the first overall pick. He's still just a kid trying to play out his career. Let him have it. Mid, medium, max. I don't even know. I haven't really looked in. I don't even know what the schedule is, to be honest with you. I'll say 4, 5, 7. I'll say 4, 5, 7.
I like the way you're going. I'll go 4, 5, 6. I don't know if they can get 7 this year, just because of the rookie campaign. The division, even though it's bad, it's still going to be tough for them because the South is always close regardless. So
yeah,
they'll get a win or 2, but I don't see it happening.
Next, go over to Jacksonville.
I was gonna go to Colts, but yeah, we could do Jacksonville.
Duval County.
Duval County. I like Liam Cohen a lot. Their head coach. He's goofy. He's funny. He's a funny guy. I don't mind him at all. I mean, I'm pretty impressed with this overall offense. The offensive scheme looks great this year. I think they have a pretty solid team built around them. But just like I said about Tua, this is the year we have to start looking at Trevor Lawrence and determining whether or not he's the guy. This is a quarterback that we've been talking about since he was in high school, saying, yeah, this is going to be a future Hall of Famer when he was in high school. And guess what? He did play like that throughout high school. He did play like that when he was at Clemson, but he has not played like that in the NFL. And I will defend him on the fact that coaching was his biggest issue. They gave him like 3 different coaches throughout his time in the NFL. But Liam Cohen was the same guy that worked in Tampa Bay last year when Mayfield made that transition. Look at Mayfield now. I think Cohen can do the same thing with Lawrence. I got to see some wins from him this year. Is it going to happen? I don't know. I'm going to give him 6, 7, 8. I think 6 is their lowest. 8 is their highest. They're either just going to miss it or be there. I don't see him getting a winning record, even with as bad as this division is. But Jaguars, make it happen. Lawrence, you going to be that guy? Just wait and see.
I'm going to say 5, 6, 7.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they're going to make it to the playoffs. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is definitely on the I don't know if he's the hot seat or the extremely warm seat, but he's on one of them. Travis Hunter, don't slip next time, bud. No, I am excited to see Hunter, though. I really hope that they let him play both sides of the ball in the same game. I feel like that'd be really cool to see.
Okay.
Is that new? What? Is that Penguins hat new?
What?
The Champions hat?
No, it's been there.
Okay. It's been catching my eye the whole time.
Yeah, it's a nice hat.
It's a nice hat. I'm going to have to steal it.
No.
Yes.
It's
I'm going to take it.
Grandfather's.
I want it.
No. It's a nice hat, though.
It's a nice hat.
Anyway. Yeah, Jaguars... it all falls on Lawrence. Let's see what happens this year.
Let's go to the Indianapolis tap-outs.
Here's the Colts. I'm going to let you take the floor here first.
Anthony Richardson, count your days, buddy. You're losing to Daniel Jones right now. I don't like this team. I don't like Anthony Richardson. The only thing they got going for them is the O-line. The fact that Daniel Jones is probably has a really good chance of being the starter is kind of concerning for me. Do I think he'll start? I don't know. I know that there's some internal issues that people don't like Anthony Richardson, which is not something you want while you're fighting for a QB position. The team overall just doesn't have much going for them. I don't see a great defense. I don't see a great offense. I don't see a great QB. I don't see anything great about them. I think that they're probably finishing in either... I feel like that they're either being last or second to last. I'm going to say 4, 5, 6.
This is actually going to be our first big disagreement of the episode. I think this is an amazing team that just has quarterback controversy. I think they have a Hall of Fame offensive line. I think Shane Steichen is doing an incredible job at building a young, solid team. Now that they got the Jonathan Taylor controversy fixed, their running back room is lethal, arguably one of the best just because of that line they're running behind. I'm very impressed with that receiver room. They have 4 receivers that you could argue are Pro Bowlers and all pros. You've got a defense that's actually pretty solid up front. Their secondary can be suspect at times because Kenny Moore got hurt last year, but if Kenny stays healthy and they're able to maybe... I was hoping they would get a safety in the first round, but they didn't. If they can maybe get another safety going around the trade deadline time, I think this team could win the division, but I don't think they are. I'll tell you, I mean, it's obvious who's going to win this division, but this team should win the South. And I'll be honest, this could be a sleeper team in the playoffs if they had a quarterback figured out. Literally, their biggest question mark is quarterbacks. And guess what? They're not going to win with either one. You're not going to win with Anthony Richardson. You're not going to win with Daniel Jones. Is Jones the better option? Probably in some aspects. Is Richardson the better quarterback? Probably in some aspects. I'm not going to lie to you. End of the year, if the Colts aren't winning any games, I'm throwing Riley Leonard in. My boy from Duke. The man who finally figured out how to do his homework. He did his homework, and he got drafted. And he is now a part of the NFL. And I wasn't just saying his name just to make the joke. I am actually being 100% genuine here. Riley Leonard has been lighting it up in preseason. I've been very impressed. Sam Ehlinger, sorry, buddy, you lost that third string role. Riley Leonard is now that guy. I think the Indianapolis Colts, if Anthony Richardson, which he won't, if Anthony Richardson can figure things out and stop playing in his own damn head, he can be talented enough to take this team to the playoffs. But he is what's holding them back. The O-line is incredible. Their running back is top 5. Their defense is underrated. Their defense, honestly, you can argue is top 10. But their quarterback is what's going to hold them back. And guess what? The quarterback is the leader of your team. We saw it with the Browns. They couldn't figure out their quarterback. Everything else was amazing except for quarterback, and that's what held them back. It's going to be the same story with the Colts. I'm all over the place, though. I think I could see them losing as low as 5 games. I could see them winning as many as 10 games. But my med will actually probably be about 6. Probably about 8. I'd say 8.
So you're 4, 6, 10?
I'm all over the place with the Colts. The Colts can be anywhere this year.
That's crazy.
But
of course, our disagreement's on the exact last team.
Yeah. But I'll tell you why I have them whenever we do the rankings. That's going to be a little suspect.
I guess I have Texans, Jags, Colts, Titans.
We didn't even talk about the Texans yet.
True.
Would you say?
I mean, there's not really much to say about
Texans,
the Texans,
what?
to be fair. I said Texans, Jags, Colts, and Titans.
Okay.
I mean, there's not really much to say about the Texans, to be fair. I didn't skip
Oh,
over
no,
that.
there's a lot to say about your Houston Texans. Don't you worry, pal. Did we forget that you came on this... I'm going to quote my man Stephen A. real quick. Did we forget that you came on this podcast just over a year ago when new management was starting to take over and old management was starting to make their way out the door? And you came on this very podcast and you said, you know about C.J. Stroud, right? You know C.J. Stroud. You were bloviating about C.J. Stroud. You were speaking hypocrisy. Flagrant nonsense is what you were spewing out of your damn South Fayette mouth, saying that C.J. Stroud's the next best thing when he just proved time and time again that he is a one-season wonder.
You're going to call him a one-season wonder after 2 seasons?
I'm saying that he played like a one-season wonder last year. I'm not labeling him one. First year, electric. Amazing rookie campaign. But after what we saw from Jaden Daniels last year, he made C.J. Stroud's performance look like a Walmart bagging experience. It was not that impressive. C.J. Stroud has a lot of pressure on him this year.
You're comparing him to a guy that broke a record.
Okay, C.J. Stroud broke records too. Lamar Jackson set the standard for rookie quarterbacks. C.J. Stroud shattered it. Jaden Daniels damn near burned it down. That's what he did. So expect Cam Ward to light an entire forest fire or something.
I mean, that's why I was more right about taking Jaden Daniels before Drake May. And I was right about that. Because I like Jaden Daniels better.
Congrats.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. But no, in all seriousness, I will say this about C.J. Stroud. I'm actually expecting him to have a better year this year. I think it was a sophomore slump. I'm not labeling him one-season wonder. I believe it was, which I did predict last year. I said he was going to go in a sophomore slump. You were hell-bent that he wasn't. But listen.
Still won the division.
They're going to win their division. They're not going to win too many games, though. Don't expect them to get, 12 or 13 wins this year. They're going to make it to the playoffs. I don't see them making them out of the first round. Too many coaching. I like D'Amico Ryans and his scheme. The defense is solid. Will Anderson is a dog. I think Will Anderson is actually the biggest game changer on this team. He's an amazing defensive player. Laremy Tunsil, though, is a big loss. I mean, we got to really take that into consideration. Laremy Tunsil was the cornerstone of that Texans offensive line and pretty much C.J. Stroud's number one protection. That's gone now. C.J. Stroud got to adapt on the fly. So if you want my serious opinion on the Texans, I'm more concerned about blocking for your boy C.J. Stroud rather than C.J. Stroud himself. I'm concerned about that line. So I don't think they're going to get a losing record. So I'd say 9 is their lowest. I'm going to say, I don't see them getting 11 wins though. But if they absolutely had to, I'd just say 9, 10, 11. I'll just go right there.
Just say 9, 10, 10.
9, 10, 10.
Because that's what I'm going to say, 9, 10, 10.
You don't see them getting 11 either? No.
Nah. They'll be about the same as the Steelers.
Well, you said you got Texans, Jags, Titans, Colts. I'm flip-flopping Jags and Colts. I got Texans at 10 and 7. I got Colts at 8 and 9. Because let's not forget, I mean, they almost made the playoffs with Gardner Minshew last year. Let's just be honest. They almost made the playoffs with Gardner Minshew last year. I got Jags at 6 and 11 and Titans at 5 and 12. I don't think, it's going to be losing records all around. That division sucks.
Yeah, that division's god-awful.
Yeah, it's...
God, the amount of teams you could just, switch with, one team and then they'd be good. You could put the Browns in that division and they'd look good.
I know.
You could put the Raiders in that division and they'd look good. You could put the Chargers in that division and they might win it. Patriots would win it.
Patriots would win it. I don't know about the Jets.
Jets would compete.
I don't know about the Jets.
Compete. I didn't say win. I said compete.
What's with you and the Jets? Is the Jets now your third favorite team?
No. Green Bay is.
Oh, okay. Oh, we know why.
No, it's always been Green Bay. Green Bay used to be my second favorite team. My mom liked Green Bay whenever I was a kid.
Houston's actually your second favorite now because of CJ.
Huh?
CJ really...
No, I liked Houston because of JJ.
I can't be mad at that. I love JJ Watt, so...
And they also always had a cool logo. I just like Green Bay because my mom used to like them.
Okay.
I would say, if I had to do a top 5 favorite teams, Steelers, Houston, Green Bay, Commanders, I like to call them Redskins, and...
I'm not mad at that.
This is a close one. It's between...
Surprised not the Bucks.
It's between the Bucks and the Dolphins. Because I always liked the Dolphins logo. When I was a kid, I always loved it. I like the Dolphins logo that had the helmet on.
Oh, the jersey's awesome, too.
Yeah. It's between one of those. Yeah, I might just say it's a tie between Bucks and Dolphins for 5th.
Yeah, I'll tell you my top 5. I'll give you Cardinals 1. I'll give you Commanders 2.
Really?
I've always loved it. I used to love Alex Smith back in the day.
Fair.
Robert Griffin III. I used to love watching Redskins games, now Commanders games. I'm not going to lie to you. I really don't like any other team. But if I had to pick, I'd say Bengals 3, as crazy as that sounds. Just because, listen.
Just because you hate the Steelers? Just
no. A.J. Green, Mohamed Sanu, Terrell Owens. I used to watch Carson Palmer, Andy Dalton. Those prime days, I used to watch their highlights all the time. They were an exciting team to watch. Dolphins 4, simply because of their logo. I'm not going to lie to you. I got to put Bills in there at 5. I used to hate on them so much. I love the culture. I love the tables, man. Come on. They play into our Jagoffs shenanigan promos.
I don't know.
But Bills 5. And if you want an honorable mention, I guess I'll give you the Panthers just because.
I used to like the Panthers because of their jersey colors.
That's why.
The blue and black.
Cam Newton was fun to watch too in his prime.
I liked Cam Newton, yeah.
Yeah, that's about it though. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that right there is all 4 divisions talked about in the AFC, and we are just about to hit the hour mark. Look
Yeah,
at
we
that.
all know Austin ain't ending for the hour mark.
No, we're not. It's 4 seconds away. 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year!
That was our first reaction. Yeah, no, great episode though. We talked about all the AFC teams this year. We're gonna do the exact same thing. What the hell was that for? We're gonna do the exact same thing next week for the NFC teams, and then again the following week. My dad returns. We're gonna talk some preseason.
Oh, God.
Talk some college ball. He's gonna give you a hard time. He might strangle. Actually, no, he won't be struggling Steely McBean because we'll be over at the media hub for that episode.
Good. Tom, I claimed his seat, and this is my seat now. He's sitting over there.
I will let him know. You can let him know actually in 2 weeks.
I'm good.
You can let him know in 2 weeks.
He's gonna strangle both of us and Steely McBean at the same time.
Well, is there any final words, Lucas, that you have about the NFL? Anything upcoming? I mean, there's not much more we can talk about because we got to save it for the NFC.
Yeah, we gotta save it, so I can't really say much. You know, I'm excited. It's a great time to be a 2 Jagoffs fan. Great time to be a Jagoff. Orbit's chilling. I'm chilling. Mr. Jack D's probably doing something goofy. Kevin's probably on the toilet. It's been a good time.
Very good time, my friend. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tuning in to yet another episode of 2 Jagoffs. Again, the NFC breakdown will return next Thursday on all platforms. We also got Day of Giving coming up Wednesday, October 29th at Point Park University, 5 to 7. Buy your tickets. Support Day of Giving. Come see me. Come see LK. Come see all the other Jagoffs. It's going to be a fun event that we're putting on. We're looking to raise $300,000 this year. I think we can shatter that goal. It's going to be a great time.
Great time.
Great time.
Prime time.
Well, ladies, prime time. Prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time.
Brock Lesnar.
I was about to say Purdy.
Brock Brady?
Purdy.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know why I thought Purdy.
I got 3 more podcasts this week. I gotta save my voice. Anyway.
Yeah, my voice is just recovering. I gotta save mine.
Well, ladies. Wow. See, there
wow.
it is. Well, ladies. I sound like an old man.
Yeah, you do.
Well, ladies.
Back in my day, son. Alright, sorry.
Shut up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tuning in to 2 Jagoffs again. I'm Austin. That's Lucas.
And that's Orbit.
And that's Orbit. And we will see you all in the next one.
Peace.